everybody, Traci Reed here from tracireed.com with another 5-minute video tutorial on how to make your scrapbooking more realistic. Today we're learning about making our stamps, text, and paint more realistic. Now, as you can see right here, we have a stamp going off of the edge of this piece of paper and onto this paper. But you can tell right here that we're having a little problem with realism because it floats above the shadow. There's a really quick and easy tip I have for you to fix this, and it's as simple as selecting your layer and duplicating it and moving it below this paper that you want the shadow to be on top of the paint, and then taking this top layer that you still have on top of your other piece of paper and clipping it to your top piece of paper. So now you can see we have no overlay, no overhang off of the paper, and it's very shadowed and looks more realistic. Another thing that you can do to make your stamps and text more realistic is going into the layer styles by double clicking on the layer in the layers palette and going to your blending options. Now, this is going to be different for every color paper that you have and how much texture is on the paper, but if you play with this slider right here, which is the underlying layer slider, and you can tell it's in the blend if box down here, all you have to do is play with this slider that's in the black area and start moving it towards the white area, and pretty soon you will see parts of your text, there we go, your text or your stamp start to disappear. Now if you go further into the white, it disappears entirely, and you can move your slider back until it looks realistic to you. So of course, if you wrote on a real piece of paper with this kind of texture on it, the ink would crack where there was depth in the paper, and it would look more like this. And let's see, if we add it to the stamp underneath as well by double clicking and opening the layers palette, you can see it just gives it that extra little bit of oomph. Oh, too far. That brings the realism back into our layout. Too far. So again, it depends on the color of the paper you have underneath and how much texture is on it, but this is a little trick I use to add a little bit of depth to all of my layouts. Now I'll show you on the stamp that is on top of this orange layer that the effect will be a little bit different because it has a different color that's lighter and it has less texture on it. It won't show up as quickly on the slider. See, we have to go much farther into the white before we start getting an effect. But if we add just a tiny bit of it, it's much more effective than if we left it plain. So I will clear the layer styles so that you can see the difference. So obviously it doesn't make or break your layout, but if you're looking for that little bit of push on your realism on your digital layouts, this is definitely the way to go. Thank you for watching, and if you think anyone would find this tutorial useful, please share it or pin it to Pinterest. Have a great day!